Record. All right, we are probably already live, so let's just start.
Yay!
So, hey, so excited. Today is an exciting day. So I'm bringing on one of my favorite person. You know, I always joke, I say he is as real as it can be, right? You can see his hair. Doesn't he does not pretend to be anything else. You know, that's what I love about him. So
Thank you.
if you don't know Claude Diamond, you should go find Claude Diamond on the YouTube. He's everywhere. He's just amazing. He is a former lawyer, right?
Recovering.
So recovering lawyer, so smart. He's one of the I just love Claude. His personality is just so fun. And
I married a smarter woman. That's my secret.
Yeah, and then his wife is Claudia. So it's like,
Don't change your name.
it's awesome.
It's real confusing. Someone says Claude in this household, everybody turns their heads. My kids had so much trouble in school. What's your mother's name? Well, Claudia. What's your father's name? Claude. No, you're all confused. What's your parents' names? No, they have the same name.
It's so funny. So what do you call her, honey? Or do you call Claudia?
CJ, Claudia Jane. Or I just call her Claude. Or it's somehow we work it out. It works.
It's so funny, so funny. I love it. So yeah, I mean, the reason why I bring him on is he has a unique way of selling, right? It's for people who just have maybe thinking about sales is a dirty job, sales is tough, salespeople are sleazy. This man, he builds a coaching business, but sales business, multi seven-figure income earner. He's phenomenal. He's really amazing. You can never tell from looking at him. Like, look at his background. He should be like a athlete. He runs 10 miles a day. It's another thing I really, really admire about Claude, right? He's consistent, persistent. Yeah, look at all that.
Yeah.
Right. So picking the brain a little bit because we only have short time. He's super, super busy. I really appreciate you for coming on. I have my very great friend Ilsun, who's also used to be mentored by him. So, we are both like just love this guy.
I learned a lot from Claude, the guts of sales, and I developed the guts to pick up the phone. Before that, I couldn't pick up the phone. Still, it's a heavy, but he really helped me a lot.
Yeah, it's so good. And, for people who are two Asian women who are shy and quiet and, not easy. This is a very big accomplishment.
No way. No way. You're breaking the mold. They're breaking the mold.
When I first met Ilsun, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see another shy, quiet Asian woman. So, but a lot of people knows I'm in the financial industry. I'm in the insurance and retirement and long-term care and you name it, tax strategy and things like that. So I'm gonna definitely bring it back to my business because that's what what I really like. Plus, the way he does it is amazing. But I'll give you a little bit background. I know I was talking earlier with Claude, right? I said he was shy. I mean, you could not, tell. He was a lawyer. He was not a salesperson. So kind of like the journey. I know he wrote that book about, your own story. Really, show that book, right? I read that book. It was really good. The guts. Okay.
Anybody can have it for free, by the way. Anybody who's watching this video, just go to my website. And I'll give him the book for free.
Oh my gosh, it's a great book. It's really kind of like he tells his own story about how he become, a great salesperson from his mentor Max. Just really amazing. So kind of journey a little bit, before we go into a little bit more role playing insurance. Like, what was it like from a shy, quiet, really bad at sales, to become where you are now? What was that journey like?
Being shy in sales or reluctant, it hurts your income tremendously. You never become a top earner by just knocking on doors, doing mailers. It's got to be more than that. There's got to be passion. You've got to demonstrate an enthusiasm for the product you're selling. Do you believe in it? You can. Someone once said to me, enthusiasm is contagious. And if you go to people and you talk soft like this, and you look down a lot, and you don't make eye contact. Guess what happens? People don't get emotionally involved, something I talk a great deal about. So my thing is, shout it from the mountaintops. If you have a product, you both sell amazing products, real estate, insurance, and you sell products that you believe in that help people. And you've got to communicate to people in such a way, not with facts and figures, because that's boring. Eventually you got to do that. But I wanted to make more money. And so I eventually came out of my shell, because I had a great teacher, and he taught me kind of how to sell, just to relax, to be more confident. And once you're more confident and you're just comfortable, my daughter gave me once the greatest compliment I've ever received. She said, Dad, you're just comfortable in your own skin. And I thought, what a wonderful place. What a nice, happy place to be. So sometimes do I embarrass myself with my two lives? So I went from, and you can ask Claudia, she knew me in high school. I was this shy guy. I told her this, I think after we were married, when we went on dates and stuff, I used to write notes down, talking points. This is how nervous I was. It's
cute.
tough. It's hard to be shy in life. What do you think? I mean, have you ever been?
Yeah, no, I think that's me. I really love that. And then the way you do it is so easy, right? Like, let's role play one, because I was talking to you about insurance, and I said that, insurance is I talk about insurances because really is a foundation. Like I was talking to you earlier, yesterday I had a seminar, and then there is a client that it's one of our agent. He's like a $4.5 million. The client had 4.5 million, and it drained all the way to $700,000 from his Parkinson's disease. So I just feel like, that is where if they had known or leveraged another, financial product, they would not be where they are now. And so insurance is just not something that people really understand or really take advantage of. So let's role play. I love the way I want to show people what you do. It's just crazy good, right? So like pretend you're trying to sell me, okay? And I'm that person who's reluctant to buy, right? So show me what you do, because you're so good at bringing out the emotion. Sell me long-term care, okay?
Allie, I think do you love your family, Allie?
Yeah, why you ask that question? Of course.
It's a crazy question, isn't it? I know you do. I apologize, but you have a problem.
Really? I have a problem? I don't have a problem.
Right? Yeah, you do. You want me to tell you the truth or get at it or leave you alone?
Oh yeah, you can tell me the truth.
You're underinsured, and that's dangerous. And you strike me as a lovely, hardworking young woman, and you love your family, and you want to protect them. God forbid you're the breadwinner in the family. God forbid you're hit by one of these meteors, okay, or something like that. What's going to happen to your family? What's going to happen to the house, the kids, your husband? What's going to happen to the security of the family? You're underinsured is where I'm going with this, and I want to fix that. I want to fix that with you today. Can we do that? Can we talk about that for a minute? Otherwise, I'll leave you. But I felt it's my ethical duty, because I went over everything with you, and you're way underinsured for the lifestyle and the income you have. Why do I feel that way?
Yeah, but I feel like, I have so much other expenses, and it's so expensive.
Yeah. The thing is, if I told you that you give up a dinner, going maybe one dinner a month, we could increase your coverage at least another $1 million. And God forbid, can I tell you a story? It might depress you. Maybe I shouldn't tell it.
No, tell me.
I was recently at a friend's funeral, and the thing I found out from the wife and 3 kids that after the funeral at the wake, I found out that there wasn't much insurance, nowhere near enough for a young family like yours. And they have a beautiful home in a very nice upscale neighborhood. They drive nice cars, which are financed. The kids go to private school. This is a young family. And all of a sudden, the breadwinner is gone.
Wow.
And this could have been fixed for giving up 1 or 2 dinners a month, going out, or something, like giving up something they didn't need just to protect the family. And I keep thinking, why am I telling you this story? I apologize.
You think it's me? It could be me, right?
Yeah, and it's just, I'd be remiss in my ethical duty. as an agent if I didn't share this with you. Can we fix this?
I love it.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah,
Off the role play.
So good, right? It's just so relatable, and it's so true too. Everything you just said, right? There's so many stories over and over. I think many of agents, we're not very confident, maybe,
We use
and then
our scripts.
right.
We use our flip charts here and everything like that. What makes people make a decision quickly?
Emotion.
Emotion.
You
Yeah.
sell the best, but in my next life, I hope we come back. Okay.
Well, it does not have to be next life, Claude. It could be this life.
Not at this. No, not at this stage.
I have a question, Claude. It was really good. And what if the response was, I have enough money. They can survive without me because I have a building, I have a business, like they are all, taken care of. So how would you approach?
Then you go from a different financial act. See, you get people to talk about someone else, not themselves. That's fine for you. Oh, back in the role play. That's fine for you, Ilsun. But how many employees do you have in your company, if you don't mind me asking?
10?
10 people. Those people they've been with you for how many years?
For a long time, 10 years.
Long time. A long time. Do those people have children? Do they have mortgages? Do they have kids in college? Are they taking care of sick parents? How dependent on them on you are these people for your continued leadership in this wonderful business you created? Maybe you have enough, but do you have a responsibility to these people, their families, their spouses, their children, their grandparents? What's your responsibility to them?
So turn around using another.
Hear the silence I got from her? What is off the role play? What she's quiet. That's a pregnant pause. That's really wonderful. What does that mean?
She's thinking.
She thinks smoke's coming out of her ears. That means she's thinking about, she's thinking, wow, I never thought of that. Or how do I respond? Or maybe I did the same. I don't know about you ladies, but I had a Jewish mother who raised me on guilt.
Yes.
Okay. My mother would say, you really hurt me when you say that. Or you would, oh my gosh, the woman could melt me like that. Were your moms like that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Asian moms are no different.
Asian moms, Jewish moms, Irish moms.
Same, right?
Moms are moms.
Yeah. No matter what, exactly. Now that's great. And so I think that's another really big one too, is I find that, yesterday I talked to my CPA and he was saying that so many businesses are in trouble because of the COVID, right? And most of the business really never had a strategy to exit or have this kind of a strategy. What if things go wrong, or if the cash flow is a problem? And there are many, many products out there for that. So how would you say is a way that we can help them?
Yeah, you have to be creative. Sales is about words and how we use those words. I always end, if you listen to me carefully, I try to always end in a question while I'm nurturing people. And I do that because I want to get them emotionally involved. The $1 million rule, people make decisions emotionally. Let's keep them emotional with stories, with questions. Maybe tell, I just told you that story about your employees. So you got to be creative. The beautiful thing is, in most businesses, we usually have the same type of customers or situations. There's a certain amount of repetition, right? So if you have somebody with a company with 5, 10, 500 employees, and they have more than enough for 10 lifetimes, right. You got to switch the platform.
Right.
So, and what I would have said is, how's your company going to survive if you're not here anymore? Who will continue? Will the income go down? Will the companies go out of business? Will there be enough money so that your spouse can hire somebody, can float the company for a year or two till you get the right leadership or the right person? And so you got to think about things like that and be very creative with people. But if you're talking about just a mom, a couple, a working couple with kids and everything, you want to make it love of family. If you're talking to a business, maybe love of your employees, loyalty to your employees. Did your employees help give you this wonderful lifestyle? Did these people work late nights and weekends? Do you owe anything to them? Do you think you do? What would happen to them if you were no longer here? So you got to keep it emotional with the stories, with the questions, the way the tonality of your words.
Yeah. What's the word that you use? Thespian?
You have to be a thespian, not a dirty word. An actor. You've got to play a role, not to be manipulative or disingenuous, but to make people comfortable, to make them so relaxed so that they sit back, and they start, and when people relax, it goes right into their brain. They start thinking, well, maybe he's got something here I never thought about, instead of being like this. We got to get people we have to get people to like us. How hard is that?
Not easy on the first call, right? But you're very good at it.
I love when I go into a Walmart, I love going to the greeter and make that person smile. Say something funny, say something silly, make fun of myself or something like that. I had someone in the store the other day, Home Depot, and a man came. Claudia was about 3 steps behind me. And the man said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, where's my wife? I think she's right behind you there." "Oh, thank you." I just have fun. And I practice this, even in non-sales situations, because what happens when you make another person smile?
They like you.
They like you. They like you. And we have to work on that. We have to practice it. If we just go to people, this is the problem with most people in sales. They are so intellectual. Well, let me tell you all about our company here, and let me look at your policy and what your coverage, and let me show you this spreadsheet. And that's when people, they'll say, well, I'll think about it and send me that information. Oh, and this is great. Thank you. So what are they really thinking?
No, they don't want to buy from you.
They don't want to buy, but they're polite. Okay, they don't want to say no. No, you don't want to say no. Oh, you don't want to hurt that person. Oh, thank you for your time and information. This looks really good. I'll give you a call in the near distant future. I want to tell my wife all about what you gave me. And what they're really saying is no.
It's funny because I make a mistake. I'm sure you also can relate, right? When people say that, we go home excited because it sounds like they're going to do something.
Yeah. We think the amateur, or I say amateur, I should say the immature salesperson. I did this all the time myself. They'd give me a maybe, a probably, a should, a could. I'll get back to you. The one I love, I always talk about. Claude, this is wonderful, great information. God bless you. We're going to get back to you in the near distant future. What does that mean?
No.
What does that mean?
So how do you get people to commit then?
You said an interesting word. How do we get people to commit? We want them to buy. We want to make them buy because they like us. They trust us. They see the value in what we're offering. I can close people. I've done this many times. I close people in one phone call. In real estate, in my sales training business, and stuff like that, only because I understand that people make immediate business decisions emotionally. You still have to support it intellectually. How much is it? Can I afford it? Is there financing? They still want to know you're in insurance, Ilson's in real estate. They still want to know the facts and figures. That's important. But most people do that in the beginning. And I teach people to ask questions like a doctor would, to make it so emotional in the beginning so that you get information, you get partial commitments, sometimes full commitment, but this good stuff, I'm very interested. Tell me more. And now you have them emotionally captured. You have their attention. We're in the intention business. And the thing about it is, you asked me in the beginning about being shy. When people start responding to you, and do you ever have a conversation with somebody who goes, yep,
yep,
no, oh my God, is that uncomfortable or what?
Yeah, so how do you deal with that? Because I have seen that, and if they don't trust you, so they just very closed off.
It might be because they're nervous or they don't trust you or they spoke to 5 other agents or people ahead of time. So you have to be mentally prepared with some questions in your head. And the best teacher, the greatest teacher in the world was Socrates, because he did one thing with his students. He asked them questions to get them involved in the conversation. He was a brilliant teacher. And most teachers lecture. If you have a boring teacher, we've all had high school and college teachers, cure for insomnia, right? But a really good teacher says, oh, why are we talking today? Gee, Ilson, why are we talking today? What would you like from me? What is your greatest challenge? What is your problem? Why are you interested in real estate? You're living in your mother-in-law's house. She must be a delight, right? You probably love your mother. I love my mother-in-law. I do. She's my other mom, but I always make mother-in-law jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like show us like a little bit of the reverse, because I feel like you're so good at that reverse psychology thing. And so really catch people off guard, because nobody's that playful with anybody. So I feel like that's really the difference in the way you do it versus most of other people do it, is they're very, by the book, and they go through, you shock people all the time.
Redirection, I call it.
Yeah.
It's a form of reverse psychology. You meet a salesperson. Oh, how are you today? And they don't mean it. And then they talk right over you. And then they go, oh, let me talk about, my product here and everything. And they just go on and on and on. And reverse psychology is almost where you want to get the prospect emotionally involved. So you got to get them into the conversation. Best way to get them into the conversation is go in a completely unexpected direction. We call this a pattern interrupt. We want to upset the apple cart. Most prospects that we talk to have an internal script. They have in their head, they say, okay, I'm going to ask these questions, and then I want to get off the phone or get away from this person. I don't want to be here all day. And if we let them use their system versus ours, we're going to just give free information. They cross-examine us like a lawyer in a courtroom. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Ilson, if you ever had where they just keep asking you question after question. You answer the questions, and then they dismiss you. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, I got to pick up the kids from Taekwondo, soccer practice. Send me the information, and I'll let you know in a couple days, weeks, never.
Never, exactly.
If they're telling the truth, they never tell them. Yeah. So we go in the other direction. I'm sorry to be long-winded on this, but it was a great question. We go in the other direction because it forces them to justify why they're looking to buy our product and service. Allie, you're a businesswoman. You have insurance. Why do you think you need more insurance? Why are we even talking today?
Maybe I feel like I need some additional stuff that I don't know about.
Oh, you probably have. What can I just ask you 2-3 quick questions here? You've got kids. You're the breadwinner in your family. You have some employees. You probably have $2, $3, $5 million life insurance, right? Term?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. I just assumed that. Roughly, what kind of insurance do you have? Term or life or whole life?
I don't even know. It's on through the company, whatever that they have.
It's not important, right? You have 1 million, 2 million, 5 million?
Probably not.
But wait a second. Maybe you misunderstood me. My silly New York City accent here. You don't have any. I mean, you're a business person. You have employees. You have a beautiful home up in Orange County or something like that, right? Up there.
Yeah.
And you don't. And you're young. And you're young too.
Well, I think it's a great way that you kind of like got them to sell themselves, right? Realizing that
this is correct. Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Can you handle the truth? I sound like
maybe.
I sound like Jack Nicholson in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared here right now. Maybe why do you think I'm scared?
You think I'm underinsured?
Yeah. This is the scariest call I've had. Wow. I cannot. I'm going to get in trouble here. Promise you won't get mad at me.
Okay.
Because sometimes I say things that upset people. It's just who I am. I get it from my mother. Someone as successful as you, with a house and responsibilities, employees, and a family, and you don't have insurance, that scares the hell out of me. Why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because God forbid something happens to you. What happens to the kids? What happens to your spouse? What happens to you're taking care of some family members too, I believe. What happens to that? You don't have a mortgage, do you?
Yeah.
But what happens to your family? They get, if there's no breadwinner, you're the breadwinner. You're the main income provider. All that can be gone. Your family could be. Can you imagine for a moment? God forbid something happened and your family's on the street. The kids don't go to medical school or law school. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah. You were against that.
Okay, off the role play. I'm sorry.
Love it. Love it.
I'm a ham. Okay.
That was good.
That's so good.
What am I do? I didn't do as much redirection. Redirection is, you don't really want more insurance. See, oh no, I might need. That forces you to justify why you think you need more insurance.
Right. Love it.
Oh, well, I'm making more money than I did when I first got the policy. We've just bought a new $3 million, 600 square foot house in LA. I think they're going for that much now. And that forces you to justify your decision-making process or why we're talking. It turns you into redirection or reverse psychology turns you into the salesperson.
Yes.
That's so much. That's so
Less
much
pressure.
Yeah, I can sit back and you're doing all the talking.
But I think that's the thing, right? It's getting used to not be the talker, let someone else talk, and so that you really can help them. In the end, I think is all of our goal is to help somebody else, right? And it's just that there is a conception that, we're trying to sell to them, we're trying to make money from them, but what they don't realize is the value they get is much more than the commission they pay us anytime.
Yeah. How do you make a prospect fall in love with you, your product, your service? How do you make them, what do you want them to say about Ilsun or Ali when they get off the phone? What do you want them to say?
Them. I want to work with them. I think that's important. Like is great, but I want to work with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I can sleep better tonight. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Absolutely.
See, it's all emotional. We always think it's the price. Oh, they're cheaper and everything. And money, my mentor used to always say that money is never an objection to doing business if the need is great enough, if the emotional need is great enough. Okay. I had this happen to me the other day. We had some roof damage here in San Diego on our house. We just came back after 13 months and everything. I couldn't get a contractor. I called all the roofing, nobody, they're all so busy right now, and everything. And across the street was a contractor. He was doing a house for a real estate company. And I said, just for the heck of it, let me go over there. And the guy said, oh yeah, I'll be glad to. And this was Friday. He texts me on Sunday, true story. He says, I can come right out. Normally I would ask a contractor how much. Okay, I didn't. And I just said, I'm so glad to have, the guy came out to my house, did all the repairs, bought the supplies from Home Depot, did all the repairs on a Sunday afternoon. It wasn't that bad, but it was corner of the roof of the house. And we're leaving back for Colorado, my other home here in a week. And I didn't want to leave an exposed roof in California. It's dangerous, you'll get termites and stuff. So he fixed the thing. And I thought, oh my God, this guy's going to charge me $1,000 or anything. Charged me $316.
Wow. Good guy.
So was money the issue for me? No, I was prepared for $1,000. Mentally, I didn't care because I was just so glad that this guy was going to do the repair. In the end, he was an honest man. He charged me a very reasonable fee, and it worked good. So the thing is, when you're talking with people, is really money the decision making? We always are concerned of people. In your business, Ali, is money a big objection?
Yeah, I mean, people think money is the objection, right? So they usually say, "Oh, I have credit card," and that's the thing. Like, they rather pay credit card and not get themselves protected. It just boggles my mind. Like, what happened to you if something happened to you, right? But then they feel like paying for somebody else is more important than protecting their family.
You've got to make it so emotional. And we do something in Guts 2.0. Guts 2.0 is where we paint a picture in people's minds. And this is part of, I did a lot, I'm certified, I have a certification in hypnotherapy. I'm by no means a practicing hypnotherapist, but I've studied this. Yeah. And I don't want to turn people into chickens or anything like that. But part of hypnosis is really suggestion, putting something in someone's mind that goes right to their subconscious. Did you ever have a song or something in your head, or a problem? You keep thinking about it. You keep going over it and over it. It just won't go. It's like we used to call it a bad record. You kept skipping or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that dates me too.
That's 2.0. What I do with people is I try to put a picture in their mind using the 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing. I try to put that all in their mind in a romantic or a nice setting. I might say to somebody, Ilson, you're in real estate. Ilson, could you imagine for a moment if you get into this beautiful house? It's a cold evening and the fireplace is going, and there's great smells coming from the kitchen. Oh, there's some good food cooking in there and everything. And you're just relaxing in the house, and the temperature is nice. The kids are in the backyard, and you can smell that fresh cut grass. And the kids are on the swing and playing with the water hose, and they're having fun. Meanwhile, you and your significant other just opened up the bottle of wine. What's your favorite wine, Ilson? You like wine?
Yeah.
You like red,
that sounds
white,
wonderful.
everything?
Red.
Oh, I love a good California red once in a while. And you opened it up and you're smelling that, the grapes and the fruit. And you and your significant other are standing in front of the fireplace while grandma's cooking this great meal in the kitchen. And I don't know, how do you feel about having your own home and experiencing something like that? What's in our mind? What's in our mind right now?
Picture.
Maybe the wine. I'm still got the wine in my head.
Yeah.
That is Guts 2.0 selling. Using the sense, putting pictures in their mind.
Imagination.
You've got to put pictures in people's minds. Insurance, real estate, anything. And there's so many. Sales is kind of complicated. There's so many different facets.
How long did it take you to master that, going from where you were? Because I feel like, does it take a long time? Because you train so many people. Do you see there's people who succeed in practicing what you say? Most people, what is that ratio?
Wow, I don't think anyone's ever asked me that. That's a great question. I'm going to surprise you with my answer. I don't think you can ever truly master. There's so many variables. There's so many different people and personalities and situations. I hate scripts. You both know that, right? Yep. I hate scripts because they force us to use a written in stone template. But there's too many different people and cultures and problems and budgets and things like that. You have to adapt and think on your feet. How do you get good at that?
Practice.
Amen. Yeah. You've got to practice, and you've got to understand. Empathy is a big thing. I try to think of what's going on in their mind right now. What would it be like for me if I was in their shoes? And then I adapt a strategy. I use the gut system, which is a system, but then I say, should I do a pattern interrupt? Should I tell a story? Should I do redirection with this person? What do I need to do to get this person to listen to me, to trust me, to get the information I need? Maybe they're not a good client for me. Maybe they don't make the decisions for the family. Maybe they don't have the money. I'd like to find that out in the beginning, rather than 2 hours later, or getting in my car, driving through traffic, right?
Yeah, no, this is great. So I feel like that's a really big one. But I also like to say that your success is not a surprise, right? Because you're very consistent in your actions. Like
Ooh, another
You
good
always talk
word.
about,
Yeah.
right? You always talk about five. You need to reach out to 5 people a day. 5 people. You talk to 5 people a day.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could talk to 5 prospects a day, cold calls, warm calls, follow-up calls, Walmart greeters, Starbucks baristas. I talk to people that get in that habit of talking to people. And this is how you get over your shyness, your first question. You force yourself. You have to force yourself. Even where you're shy, you're reluctant, you're very self-conscious. I was very self-conscious. Today I'm a madman. I don't care. I do care, but I'm more comfortable with myself. It comes with it comes with aging or something. And the thing is, can you do all these things to make people comfortable, get into their head, get the information? Can you do these things?
Yeah.
So that you can make unlimited amounts of money? Why do some people make so much money in companies? I always ask myself this. Why do people make so much money in some companies? Just a few people, and the others are doing the scripts, they're doing the company, knocking on 100 doors, 100 people say no, knock on another 100 doors. I mean, that's tiring. I want to have fun in business. I want to make money. I want to help people, and I want to have fun. I want to look forward to my work. I want it to be part of my satisfaction of life. I love working. I'll never retire. I like working.
So when you first started, when you were shy, how long did it take? I mean, what was it? Because I know what I really love about story, which is in that book, right? You follow a mentor. What I love about you is, a lot of people follow mentors, right? But there is a difference between you and somebody else. I remember the mentor Max was really busy, and you will wait like 6 a.m. in the morning, bring coffee to him, right? So like that kind of and that's just who you are. I mean, I see from the way your daily activity, you run on the treadmill, no matter, even on the talking on the, coaching call, you're on the treadmill, right? So
bouncing along,
right?
very annoying, right?
But I think that's one thing it's about you. So like, what is your daily activity? When you're at the beginning level, when you're trying to make it in the business, what did you do daily activity wise to get you to where you are? Because you don't have the warm market, you probably don't have that all along the way. How did you do it?
You said the magic word, consistency. I have a very consistent lifestyle. I do my exercise every day. I love it. I run every day because I enjoy it. You can meditate while you're running, start thinking about things. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks and stuff like that. Keeping yourself healthy is important to success. Very important, actually. Doing something you love. If you don't love what you're doing, if you're not getting rewarded financially and your ego a little bit nurtured, I love when I have a client who comes to me and says, "Thank you, Claude. This changed my finances. I'm making more money. I'm much happier selling right now. I'm much more comfortable. I have more leads." And when they come back to me with that, it makes me feel wonderful as a human being, as a person. It's not, it just can't be money, 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 although that's very important. I don't apologize for it, but that consistent behavior. So you do something you love every day, practice at it every day. Every day I read books, I watch YouTube videos on sales, on marketing. I try to really stay contemporary. I really want to stay on top of things. I read the Wall Street Journal every day. I read a wonderful news magazine called The Week.
The Week.
If you ever read it, it's wonderful. It takes all the articles from the biggest stories. Some are left, some are right, some are pro, some are con, but you get a feeling, and that's kind of missing. Not to get political here or anything, but you go on one TV channel, they're this way. You go on another TV channel, they're this way. When did I give you permission to decide what I want to think? Why not just give me the facts?
That's right.
So I try to find media that's more central. And I like getting information about stuff, especially technology. We're using Zoom right now. I've been using Zoom for years. It's wonderful. And this pandemic is almost over. I'm going to continue using Zoom. I can speak to more people, part of my daily routine. Every day I have meetings with my clients, private, semi-private. I do group training. I do live streaming. I do it all on Zoom. This is the most wonderful, this is the best time ever to be in business.
I love it. I know. I feel the same.
Do you remember the days we'd get in our cars, we'd meet people and everything? I go to Starbucks, I go to an office that costs me money. I do everything from my desk here, better coffee, cleaner bathroom.
I know.
Exactly.
Yesterday I went to see my one of the realtor. She sold one of my house my first house when I was 20 years old, 20 some years old. And I met her, right? And she's like, oh, let's meet again. I'm like, can we just do Zoom?
It's a wonderful way. It makes you more productive.
Yes. It's the traveling, sitting down, looking for,
I mean, I think we miss the socialization so much. I miss shaking hands and hugging people,
You do that. You do beer over Zoom too, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, yes, but it's not the same thing. But in terms of a business, in terms of running a business, it's brilliant. You can talk to more people. I do all my marketing online. I create videos. I upload them to YouTube. Then I hit the share button. I put them in Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and Reddit. And one little video, I get a plethora of leads. People call me, text me, go to my webpage. And it doesn't cost me anything. I talk a lot about virtual attraction marketing because if we're in any business we're in, we need to talk to people.
Yeah.
And that's part of my daily routine. Can I speak with people one-on-one? And a lot of people say no to me, by the way. I'm not hypnotizing people to give me, to do business with me all the time. But I want to create an environment where people say, gee, maybe this guy's got something here, or maybe I feel like I can trust this person, or
you provide a lot of content though. And, that's one thing that, a lot of people, they hook you with some stuff, but you're really genuinely giving a lot of content. So people enjoy that, so I really appreciate it.
Yes. And why is that so important? That's a great point. Why should we be content marketers rather than commercial marketers? Aren't we sick of commercials and pop-ups and all that silly marketing stuff, that spam? And you ever go to a web page and it goes on and on and on? You're scrolling all the way down.
I just don't even bother. They lost me.
They lost me. Yeah. Why can't we be content marketers? Give really good, compelling, interesting, entertaining, informative content to people and say, guess what? Call me, text me, go to my webpage. There's even more.
You're the one who inspired me to do these interviews, by the way.
Thank you.
Because at the longest time, I'm not good at it. I'm self-conscious. I'm afraid I'm not perfect. I don't know what I'm saying. And then you just you just do it, right? And so I said, okay, let's just try it, And it's really about, and my mentor was asking me why in my business, right? He's just like, why you do these things? And I think one is I want to bring content, valuable information to people who don't otherwise need it and don't know they have it. They need it, but they don't know they have it. But also too, one is getting out of my comfort zone and then learning from people like yourself who's, successful in business, and really also to showcase you to other people who I think can benefit from this, right? Because my goodness, we should not be living in like, oh, this is me. I want my success. I don't want anybody else to succeed. I want more success to you, Claude, because you help me become successful, become who I am. And then we all become better, right? So I just really appreciate all the things you do for everybody, really.
Oh, thank you. Content marketing to me changed everything. Before the internet, we used to mail out newsletters. Now we email a newsletter or whatever. You still hear about a lot of gurus talk about door knocking.
Yes.
And stuff like that. The only trouble is people don't open their doors.
They don't open the doors.
Okay. Release the pit bulls, people aren't home. Well, they are home now. Absolutely. But and some people will say, you know what? And I have a lot of respect for people who knock on doors. Okay. I get a realtor in my neighborhood every now and then. A realtor knocks on the door, and I'm very polite to them because I know they're working, and I try to be nice to them and everything. But I don't know if most people do that.
Mhm. Yeah, but I think it's really, it takes time. That's really the key, right? It's a
Mhm.
consistency. It's not going to turn over every day and tomorrow, but I think it also got people to know you. I mean, they look at your
No,
video,
yes.
they get to know you, it's really like a great way to introduce who you are as a person. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
really get inspired by you. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. We're all infallible, fallible, imperfect, self-conscious human beings. Okay. We're all, and we're all insecure. Just remember, everybody's insecure. Okay. Deep inside of me. I'll tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret?
Okay, maybe.
Deep inside of me. I know you're recording this. Okay. Deep inside of me, there's a little kid with a blanket over his head, a flashlight, and he's sucking his thumb. And every now and then he wants to come out,
Mm.
and I got to keep pushing him back. But that's like everybody's like that.
Mhm.
Okay. So once in a while, if we just communicate to people, hey, this is who I am. I want to help you, but I also want to make a living.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not so
Yeah.
bad, is it? Okay. But I want to help you, and I want to give you and I want to be competitive. I want to give you unbelievable customer service.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more expensive than everybody else. Good role play. Do we have time for one more role?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, my honor.
Yeah. Do you want to be the salesperson or Ilson?
Okay.
No, go ahead,
So you
Ali.
wanna- okay, I'll do it. She's
Okay.
shy.
We can fix that real fast.
Can you do it with her? No, just kidding.
Gee, Ali, you're so much more expensive than the other companies. Just to be
Yeah.
honest with you, my wife and I are interviewing a lot of different insurance companies, and your bid was a little bit higher than the other company.
That's probably true. What do you expect? Do you expect to have good service, or would you like to have, I appreciate you telling me. I think you always say, pet themselves, right? I appreciate you telling me that, and you did your research. Good for you, right? Yes, I know that my price may be, even though we're broker with this, really there's not difference, but you cannot look at the price versus value. So what would you say, is a value?
Okay, you do it to me now.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
do it to you. Yeah, you're so good at this thing. I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, so Claude, so I did some research and I really like you.
Oh, thank you.
But you're a
Would you
little
tell
bit more
my wife?
expensive. Yeah, I like your wife and your wife's name. You're a little bit more expensive. I don't know if I can
You're
afford it.
right. You're so right. We're probably the most expensive company for the services and the policies out there. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate your honesty. Why do and
Why do you think that is?
is price your only determinant for getting a policy? You just, life insurance is life insurance. Is price your only determinant?
No, I mean, I want to know, if you're good.
Oh, okay. When you say good, what do you mean?
Like, you're going to be there 20 years from now.
Oh, that's important. Do you think companies come and go sometimes and go bankrupt or go out of business, especially in these crazy times? That's a good point. Thanks for bringing it up. Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. Why do you think my company charges a slight amount more than our competition? Take a guess. You're a smart young woman.
I don't know. Could be maybe you just do a better job. I don't know.
Yeah. We answer our own phone. You and I are live on Zoom here. Okay. We believe in high service, high accountability. God forbid you need to use this policy. Do you want to make sure that I'm going to give you my personal number.
That's a good one.
So God forbid you ever have to use you have to use a policy, or you have a question, or you want to make changes. Is it important to you to get hold of me directly? So we can call up those other companies. In fact, if you want to do it, we'll do it right now. We'll call those other companies. And with the big advertising campaigns and everything else, and they're still cheaper. What do you think will happen when we make those phone calls to those people? You think we're going to get a person or a recording? Or hit one to speak Swahili, or
yes.
Or do you want accountability service, a company that's been in business 150 years, that pays on their policies and considers their clients part of their extended family? Would you like to be part of my family?
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Okay, boom. That's gut selling.
Great. Love it. Love it. Love it.
This is where we turn. Can I use bad language? A little bit of bad language.
You can use a little bit. It's
This
going to
is
be on
where we,
YouTube and Facebook, so whatever you like.
this is where we turn chicken shit into chicken salad. Okay. Okay.
The
This-
image.
You see, they give us an objection. We finally get to the truth. Well, you're more expensive. You're this, you're that, whatever. You learn how to turn it around, make it so emotional. Just like me with the contractor. I thought it was going to be $1,000. It was $300, but I got hold of somebody I needed. Or same thing. Can we make it so that the prospect forgets about the price and sees the value
Mm-hmm.
that you're giving? And can we make it so emotional? They say those magic words. Let's just do this. Yes. Where do I sign? I don't have to think about it. Let's just do this. Ali, send me a DocuSign. You know, Ilsun, how much do you need? Who should I make the check out to?
She's big bucks.
Yeah. That's the stuff you love.
That was
by
so
being
good.
Superb in
Yeah.
sales. Did I go too long here? This is a long.
No. This is very valuable. Thank you so much for the time. I really
Welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you. I really think I wish I can, go on longer. I know you're always so busy. But I really appreciate you. Maybe we can do this in the future, but I just wanted to, can you post that link for people to get that book? Get to,
Oh, if anybody wants my book, just go to claudediamond.com
okay.
and click on, there's a little place to click on it on the left, and I'll send you the book. Immediately. You get a PDF. Or if you want to call me up, I'll mail you the hard copy even. That's part of marketing, getting people. See, I always take the attitude that I'm a secret. Okay, we're in a very competitive world, life insurance or real estate. We're in a very competitive world. What's going to make this whole experience with this wonderful person, the prospect, what's going to make it unique for them? So regardless of price, location, how many offices they have, how big their advertising is, how fancy their car is, and everything, what's going to make a difference for that person when you get off the phone or the meeting is over? What's going to make that difference?
They remember you because reciprocity, right?
They remember you. They like you. It's all the competition is gone. There'll be some people, they're just stuck on price and everything. They're not my customer. My customer is somebody who wants unbelievable customer service, and good product and services. We've got to create a unique experience for people. So they say, whoa, that was different. Wow.
I love it. Yeah, it's really about
you
value.
realize the loyalty you get when you make that prospect love you, like you, trust you, when you get those emotions going, you've just decimated your competition. The people who are TV ads, billboards, bus stop signs and everything, they're just gone. You have people, think about it right now. Do you have people in your life just like that who you're so loyal to them because they'll take care of you, they answer their phone, they're good people, even though there's a lot of competition, maybe cheaper or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I only deal with people that I really have interacted and love and have a connection with. So yeah.
I'm sorry I went too long here today.
I love it. Thank you so much. You have any questions?
No, it was fantastic. Thank you so much, and great to see you, Claude, again.
Great to see both of you. You're both gorgeous.
Thank you. And I'll send you the links. That way, if you need to do something, you can. This is great. I'm going to post it on the LinkedIn as well.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Say bye to
Have a
Claudia.
great day.
Bye-bye.